good morning everyone. It's good to see everyone again. I hope you've all been doing well. Can I get a thumbs up if you're ready for today's lesson? Yes? Okay, very good. That's great. So today we'll be talking about using space in art. But first, let's pray. Let's bow our heads and we sign of the cross. Put your hands together like this. And then let's close our eyes and bow our heads. Dear Lord, thank you for helping us get through every day and for blessing us with your mercy. May you guide us always. Amen. Alright, so first, let's do a recall. If you remember, our last lesson was about shapes and colors. So I'm going to show you a picture and then you're going to tell me what shape and color area it belongs to, whether it's primary, secondary, or tertiary. Okay? Okay, can I see a thumbs up if you're ready for the assessment activity? Alright, that's good. So this first one is, what shape is this? Yes, very good. It's a triangle. What color does it belong to? Yes, that's right. It belongs to the secondary color because it's the color orange. Very good. So this next one, what's this next one? That's right. Who said that? Yes, that's right. It's a circle. And what color is the circle? It's yellow. And where does yellow belong to? That's right, the primary colors. And this last one is, so what shape is this? That's right, it's a heart. Very good. Who said that? Yes, very good. And what color is the heart? That's right, it's light green. And so, where does light green belong to? Very good. It belongs to tertiary colors. Let's give a round of applause for everyone. Now that you remember the past lesson, let's move on with the next one. So, take a look at this picture. How many animals do you see? I'll give you some time to count. You ready? Okay, let me see a thumbs up. Okay, so raise your hand if you want to answer. Yes, okay. 6, very good. There are 6 animals. There's a dog, an elephant, there's a rat, there's a cat, and there's also a horse and a monkey. Very good. That's very good. So this picture uses negative and positive space, which we will be learning about today. So in order for you to understand a lesson, let's first use our hands and draw. Sounds good? Okay, here. So I'm going to be showing you a video of me doing a tutorial of what the art piece you're going to do, and so you're going to follow along. Okay, is that okay? Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to place your hand on your piece of paper like this, and then you want to take your pencil and then you're going to trace the outline of your hand. And you'll end up with something like this. After you've traced the outline of your hand, this is the part where you grab a crayon. Any colored crayon, you can use red. Without hitting the outline of your hand, you will be coloring it in, going vertical lines like this. Make sure you don't hit your hand. You can use multiple colors for this step. Just like this. Yep. Then you can get another color and just make a rainbow. Just use your favorite colors to color in the spaces between your hands. There you go. Wow, I'm seeing a lot of very interesting and unique handprints. That's very good. So what you just did involves using positive and negative space. Where you drew your hand, that's called negative space. And where you colored, that's called positive space. So what is space? space is the element of art that refers to an area between and around objects. It can also refer to the feeling of that. So there are two kinds of space. The one I just taught you, negative space and positive space. Negative space is the space around the art piece, and positive space is the art piece itself. Like this picture, it's an apple. You can see the silhouette of an apple, and you can also see the apple in the positive space. So that's negative and positive space. But space also has different types. There's 6 types of space. 6. There's overlapping, placement, size, detail, color and value, and perspective. So I'm going to be teaching you about these 6 types of space, okay? Is everyone good? Can I see a thumbs up? Okay. So overlapping. So overlapping occurs when objects that are closer to the viewer prevent the view of objects that are behind them. So it's basically like if this is the object, this is the other object, so you can't see my hand, right? That's right. So this is called overlapping. Next is called placement. Placement is objects placed higher within the picture plane will appear further. So, like this image, the green apple is farther away from the red apple. It doesn't overlap. It just looks farther away because of the placement of the apple in the picture. The next is size. Size are objects that are smaller that will appear further away from the other. So like this picture, as the apple becomes farther and farther, it also gets smaller and smaller. Next is detail. Detail is objects that are further away should have less detail than objects that are closer to you. Like this pineapple, you can still see the diamonds in the pineapple, but once you get to the pineapple in the back part, you can't see the diamonds anymore, so it loses its detail. Then next we have color and value. For color and value, it's objects that are further away are cooler in color, temperature, while objects that are closer are warmer. Objects that are further away are lighter in value, while objects that are closer are particularly darker in value. So like this example in the picture, this set of apples gets lighter as it goes further from you. Okay? Okay. So our one is called perspective. Perspective has 3 kinds. There's first point perspective, 2-point perspective, and 3-point perspective. This perspective in the example uses 1-point and 2-point perspective. 2-point perspective for the cube and 1-point perspective for the apple in the back, because that is the horizon where you're looking. Can I see a thumbs up? Do you understand? Okay, very good. So we're going to be doing something fun. We're going to draw again. Let's draw part 2. So in Let's Draw Part 2, it's going to be a little more complicated than Let's Draw Part 1. So what you're going to need is markers, paper, and crayons. You all have that around, right? Very good. So let's give a round of applause for the people who prepared the materials. Yes. So we're going to be learning how to draw a simple landscape. I'm going to show you how to do it, and you're going to try and follow along if you can, okay? So this time, I'll be teaching you how to make a landscape. So the first thing you want to do is you want to take this part of your finger, this one, this line, and then you align it to the bottom of the paper like this. Then you can take your marker, and then you just create a line going all the way across where your finger's line was. Just like that. The next thing you want to do is draw 2 small lines like this and like this to make the front of the house. Then you make another line here at the end to make the back of the house. The next thing you're going to do is they're going to take a triangle and you're going to point it up, and then you're going to take the other triangle and point it down to make the roof of the house. And then you're going to put a line going to back of the house like this, step by step. These 2 lines first, and then the triangles, and then the line at the top. And then you can put a line here. Now you have the roof of the house. Now this is the base of your house. The next step is going to be making the windows and the doors. So you're going to be making a door here, and making windows here and here. This square like this, and then across in the middle of the square like this, then another square like that. Now I'm going to be teaching you how to draw the landscape. And the back of the house, from where the roof is, just above this, using your finger as a guide, like that, just above the roof, you'll be making a line like this. And that will be the back of the house. Here you can draw hills like this. Using the concepts we just learned, using perspective, you can draw hills like this. And using size, we'll know that because the trees are farther, they're smaller. Just like this. I hope you guys are following along. Just like that. So now we have a few trees and a house. But our house doesn't have a doorknob, so let's add that in. In front of the house, you can put a fence if you like. You can put lines like this, and another line like this, and another, and another, like that. And then you can draw triangles to connect each of those lines, like this. Then you can connect a line going to the back, like that. Then here in the back, you can draw a tree. First start with a cloud, but don't finish drawing the cloud. And then you can draw two lines, and then a V, like that. So now your house is finished. Next, we're gonna have to color. If you remember our lesson, we learned that with color value, things in the front are darker than things in the back. So, if there are hills in the back like this, what would they be? Right, they would be lighter. So from the front, you can color the house whatever you like. You can start with the green for the bottom of the grass. And then you can use a lighter color for the hills in the very far back, like this pink, like that, because it's very, very far away, so you can't really see it. Then you can use the color that you want, and then you can color the house, starting with the roof. And if it's daytime, you can use blue, but if it's nighttime, you can use yellow for the windows, because there's light inside. And you can't forget the other tree. Use as many colors as you like. We can even make the door pink, like that. And if you like, you can add birds in the sky too. Just like this. 1, 2, and 3. And there you go. You finished making your house using the different concepts you used of space. So was everyone able to follow along? Oh right, that's good. Can I see your pictures? Oh, that's amazing. Thank you so much for participating in the activity. So now I'm going to be asking each of you to name one thing you learned about space, okay? I'm going to be calling you guys one by one. Is that okay? Can I see a thumbs up? Okay, very good. Alright, okay, thank you so much for everyone who gave their one-word learnings about today's lesson. Okay, thank you everyone for coming to today's lesson. I hope that you will be able to use space in your future art projects, especially for the evaluation that I will post in Google Classroom later. So if you need to contact me or have any questions, this is my email and my number, and you can ask your guardians to call me and ask me if you have any questions, okay? Bye!